What's going on, everyone? This is Wilson, and hope everyone is having a happy weekend. I wanted to just make another video because I was getting asked how do I usually screen for gapping stocks up to make my momentum plays. Gapped up stocks is a great way to just get in right when the bell rings and take those scalp for a quick pump and take your profits. And then there are some stocks out there that they jump midday. I like to wait until the trend proves itself, so I like to watch it. But I like to add all these stocks that gapped up to my watch list, and I'll show you exactly how I do it and how I do my research before the market opens. And there's a lot of ways you can actually do this. There's a couple paid options. I just use all the free options, so I know everyone's trying to save money, and I'm going to show you guys the free options in this video. So my most favorite one is barcharts.com. So BAR chart.com. And over here, as you can tell, I'm on barchart.com right now. It shows all the stocks that gapped up, or you can sort it by gap down. This is super useful, and this works pre-market. It allows you to see exactly what the stocks are, which stocks are up and which stocks are down. So if we go back to gap up, you can sort it by volume, because if there's not enough volume pre-market, we don't want to trade the stock, right? Because chances are that a lot of stocks, they get hyped up like before the market opens, but then when it starts trading, the volume just dies after like the first 10 minutes. And obviously we don't want those stocks. So I like to sort it by volume, but that's totally up to you. And it shows the gap up, the amount as well, and it shows the highs, the lows, the last price traded, and the percentage of the change. So this is super important for me. Some people like to sort it by the change, but like for example for BIO right here, or like HY. Let's take a look at HY right here. $9 gap up. The problem is that there's only 100 something K volume right now. So this might not be a stock that moves a lot when the market opens. And I don't like to play these stocks. So that's why I sort it by volume. But it's totally up to you on how you want to do it. It's your preference. And for example, even if we look at HY, that's a $90 stock. And that's not a stock that I would play unless I'm playing options. So that's just because the price is too big, right? But as you can tell, here's a list of stocks that gapped up, and this site is totally free. So take full advantage of it and use it as your pre-market scanning for the gap up, and make sure you look at the volume and look at the past trends as well. The second thing you can do that I use as a part of my pre-market research, well, right now is the weekend, so we won't really be seeing anything, but inside Thinkorswim platform, you can go to Market Watch, and then you click on this tab right here, and you go to Lover and Losers, and you just click on pre-market movers. And then if today is, let's say, Monday, you will see a list of like usually around like 20 or 30 stocks that have gapped up, and they'll show the percentage. But it's the weekend, so this is not going to work. Now the third option you have is Finviz, one of my most favorite sites, of course. And all you have to do is go to the screener. So when you go to finviz.com, on the homepage, you click screener, and it's loading up right now. There we go. So it loads up the screener, where it screens like just 350 something plus pages of stocks or stuff that you can trade. Now you have to pick the stuff that works for you in the screener, but the way that I do it for finding pre-market gappers is the first thing I do is I go to industry and I click on stocks only, because I only trade stocks. I don't trade futures, I don't trade contracts or all those other stuff. And then that will narrow it down by like 100 something pages. There's still 200 something left. And then what I look for pre-market is I always go to average volume of more than 300K, so over 300K. And the reason for this is exactly like I explained. I want to play continuation stocks. So I want to see that the stock always have volume that allows me to get in for my momentum trades and take my profit. Then I look at current volume, and because it's pre-market, there's usually not that much volume pre-market. So I just want to make sure that there is at least some volume. So I just go over 50K, and that loads me a bunch of stocks. Now the problem with this right now is that, again, we're getting these stocks that are so high priced, like even though it's a small change. I mean, we can filter it by change. So if we click on the change filter, you can tell like TOPS. That's a stock that I would play, right? Because it's a low price stock. Well, this is a little bit too low for me to play, but the gap up is huge. So this one's perfect right here. CERS, like $3.52. That's around my price range with a 22% gap up. That's perfect for me, and it has volume. So this is like the stock that I would add to my watch list right away. But another thing I like to do is I like to click on charts right here, so I can actually see what is going on. Like this TOPS, I mean, it's flat for like the whole entire thing, and then I like to look for patterns. So this is a pattern that I like watching. I like this upward trend. I like this ABCD pattern with some consolidations and then a massive explosion. And I like to look at the history as well. So when I find a pattern that I like, I will write the stock ticker down and I'll add it to my watch list on my platforms. Again, I like to see these upward trends with consolidation. But again, the price range for these are just too huge. So what I do is I go to price and then I make it under $15 because I would trade a stock normally around under 20. And see, these are my range, and these are actually the stocks that people usually call out when they're trading penny stocks or doing momentum trades. So I've seen all these names before. I recognize it from chat rooms, and I've played these stocks before as well. So let's say, for example, for this one, GCI, we can go into it, and if I think this looks nice and I like the price, I like the gap up, what I do is I like to read the news. I want to see what is going on, what are the catalysts on it, and all the other goodies. And then on the right side, you can even see what people are talking about on stock tweets. So it's a pretty good thing. And then I like to look at the float to see if it will move the price a lot. And I like to look at the ATR as well, combined with the volume and the relative volume. That would determine whether or not I should add it to my watch list, of course, as well as looking at the historic trend. So those are my 3 main ways of screening, and it's absolutely free. If you're looking for more paid options, you can always try stuff like TradeIdeas.com, which is a really excellent app, but you have to pay for it. There's other screeners as well that you have to pay for, but these are totally free. So as a new trader or as a trader that's just looking to find gap up stocks to add to your watch list, I hope this can help you. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be putting out more videos. Thanks all.